On today's episode of The Young, Restless, and Reformed, we're going to be taking a look at the strong correlation between Calvinism and deconstruction. Now, for those of you that don't know what deconstruction is, it's basically a growing movement and mass exodus of former evangelicals who left Christianity because of bad experiences that they had within the church. And as I was scrolling through some of these videos, a very common denominator stood out to me, and that is that a lot of these people were former Calvinists who eventually had deconstructed and left Christianity. And here are just a few comments from those videos, and I'm not going to take the time to read out all the comments, so make sure you pause and read. One commenter said, "Sounds very much like me in that Calvinism is where I started deconstructing." And another, "Why is it so common for so many people to stop at Calvinism on their way to deconstruction?" Another says, "I switched to Calvinism as well before I finally lost my faith in faith." Another says, "I didn't realize how common this was until I joined the deconstruction community on TikTok." That's facts. "This was my progression too. Same." Another says, "I wish I could remember where I first heard someone say that Calvinism is an atheist-making machine. Worked for me." And over here, just above me, it says, "That's how I became an atheist too. My mom, who's a Christian, showed me just how the Bible teaches Calvinism, which shattered my all-loving view of God." With all that being said, it makes you really think, what if some of these people, if they had never been introduced to Calvinism, what if they could have been saved? Especially because, for one, Calvinism sends people straight to hell, because not only do they teach a backdoor work salvation, they also teach that Jesus died only for the elect, and that God double predestined some to salvation and others to damnation before the world began. And because, secondly, Calvinism is Satan's failed attempt at the character assassination of God in a way that paints him as a monster, with the end goal of repelling those away from true biblical Christianity. And thirdly, Calvinists will say that they believe in sola scriptura when they actually spend more time reading John Calvin's Institutes and other theological books over the Bible. And lastly, Calvinists don't do any evangelism or win people to Christ. Instead, what they do is apologetics just for the sake of winning a debate. For they compass sea and land to make one proselyte, and when he is made, they make him twofold more of a child of hell than themselves.